Hopefully I'll be able to read today. Some days I could voice act this whole game perfectly and flawlessly. Other days I'm tripping over words. It's just, it is a Monday. I can't promise you a supreme stream, but I'll give you what I can. All right. And I'm intrigued that we haven't even gotten into the fake Phoenix yet. We saw a glimpse of him in the playground, but that's about it. You took the time to watch the VOD? Oh, wow. Thank you. You're probably the only one. But I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I just like archiving everything because I like to see where I have been. I don't think I'll ever watch through my VODs, but the fact that they're there gives me peace. I like things to be organized. It meant like that's kind of a pet peeve of mine in most streamers' channels is that people get rid of their VODs and it just ends up being empty over time. I've been trying to keep up with it. I've been trying to make thumbnails as well to make it look a little good. Since it's on Twitch, I don't think it really matters though if you have thumbnails. It doesn't help you at all. But I think it makes the channel look nicer. I don't know anyone else who puts thumbnails on their Twitch VODs. I think I'm the only one. It's so exciting how they react to characters and what theories they come up with. I try to make my theories. So far, this trial has been kind of easy though. Compared to the previous game. Okay, game 1, I think it was pretty easy up until the halfway mark and then it got challenging. Game 2, for some reason, was very tricky for me. I feel like things were more obscure. And then with this game, I feel like it's been really easy. It's been on the same level as the beginning of Phoenix, Wright, Ace Attorney, the first game. It's been around that same level of difficulty. But maybe it'll kick it up a notch. I know there's like 2.5 more trials left. Is the hardest of the original trilogy. I'm glad I'm not alone. Alright, let's begin. Hopefully I don't blow my voice out. Okay. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Yeah, honestly, that trial didn't turn up much of anything. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah. We've got to find one for Maggie, or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. Okay, we're just keeping with that bit. What do we do? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case has got to be at Très Bien. Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Alex, are you done streaming? How was your last run of 64? Court machine broke. It's Monday. It's gonna happen. How was your pizza? Hope it was spectacular. I got do you get like a local pizzeria to get you pizza, or do you do like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, that sort of thing? It was delicious. I had Domino's yesterday and it was like, I feel like the price keeps going up and up and the serving sizes keep going down. Cause I got a large pizza and it was like about 12 inches and I'm like, that I don't feel like that's 12 inches. You got Domino's? Okay. Is it the same issue there? I'm so glad I'm not the only one who's noticed this. Inflation? Yeah, and I got a cheesy bread, and it was like half the size it used to be. I'm like, what the fuck do they do? Do they just hate me? Oh, it sucks. But it was good. I do like Domino's. I like it more so than Pizza Hut and Papa John's. I used to hate Domino's. OBI, welcome in. Smells like a good fluffin' time in here. Hell yeah, you know it, OBI. It's even better that you're here. It's even more fluffy. Join the fluffy pile. I don't know what that means. I shouldn't have said it. Anyways, welcome in. You got a 11030, something for 70 star and a 20. I saw the 2030 for 16 in my first console runs. 2030 is pretty good, especially since you're rusty at it. Wasn't your record like a 17 something? I feel. So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Evil Phoenix. You know, like what he's like and stuff. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy. Dude, this guy is crazy. I had to beat you so hard it'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. That voice is gonna destroy me if he shows up again. They're very good values, indeed. I don't know about the 70 star one. I'm not familiar with that. But 16 star I'm familiar with. Alex is here. Does that mean I have a dead Twitch tab on my computer? I don't know. What does that mean? Oh, were you watching him? Probably. He probably ended. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What did you find out? Oh, yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Phoniane? Phoniane? It's mid-tier. A 16 star time, less than 20 minutes is considered good. 20 minutes is good. I mean, the world record is like 15 minutes, right? 70 star time is less than an hour is also good. Okay. Pre-making dinner. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm still lurking in your channel, Alex. Oh, that's right. It did get knocked down to 14 minutes. I've been out of the loop for a long time. Everyone's saying it's dead. Like, it can't be beat. It's a perfect time. Something will come up. Maybe. Although I do feel like out of all the speedrun games, that has had the most research put into it. Goddamn close, yeah. Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's this guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Okay, let's talk to our defendee. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie, keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know? Okay, nothing here. Let's go to Trey Bien. Yar, he's running. I'll watch and listen. Be sponge, absorb knowledge. Are you talking about Alex speed running? Not a perfect time, but got it. Yeah, I already read that. I always do that. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on. Hey, that sounds like... now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Ah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was I was just I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having a lunch here? He is. He's having the twin tea set. What can I say? Is it good? Isn't it supposed to be terrible? Oh, you're chewing hard to type with one hand? Yeah, that's fair. Usually I wait to type. This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know? You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Oh, that voice came out weird. Maybe it's... That's true! All he does eat is instant noodles. I had instant noodles for dinner today. I had a gumshoe diet. Just for today, though. What do you preferred? Crumbly, like, aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Asking for a friend. Celly phone? Oh, okay. The phone and the... That's even harder. That's more impressive, actually. Next bite in the right. You must be good at multitasking. Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. What? What? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. God, he's doing a Blair Witch. I think it's from Blair Witch. There's some horror movie where someone just bangs their head against a wall. There's probably multiple, actually. Proud skill? Yeah, I bet it is. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Really, it was delicate? Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe you should have found out about the price after he had finished eating it. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elg came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean by fearsome, speaking of Glen Elg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Yeah, it's a very typical element. Yeah. I feel like there was one with, like, I don't know, like zombies trying to mutilate themselves, and they always did that. I don't watch it. Oh, I feel like I've seen too many horror movies, and at the same time, I haven't seen enough. Enough of the good ones. I see a lot of B-tier ones. So, what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? Oh, that's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something? Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you could tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Dude, good lie. What the psyche lock? This lunch special's lobster sure is great. Dude, he's terrible at lying. Horror isn't my vibe on average. I don't like getting worked up about an outlet. See, I don't know. Horror movies don't really scare me unless it's like very specific fears of mine, which I don't really have that many fears. I don't like centipedes. And I don't like Eyes in the Darkness. But for those scenes, I just like do that and then it's over typically. I'm not too afraid of the paranormal or zombies or vampires or what other stereotypical horror monsters are there. Babadook was kind of scary, I guess. But I like classic horror like slasher films. Slasher films are great. Psychological horror? I think psychological horror is kind of the best for getting like scared at. But all the other horror movies, like I don't find gore scary. It might be gross, but it's not terrifying to me. Yeah, blood is fine. I have no quarrels about blood. Then why are there tears in your eyes? Okay, what the fuck's going on? Back out of this and present. I wonder if we have the thing we need for this. It's typically the unnecessary jump scares. See, I don't... Yeah, sure, jump scares get me, but like that's more of a surprise. It's not like it's terrifying me. It's not like I'm losing my goddamn mind. It's just like, whoa, and then it's over. I don't mind that. Actually, I kind of do mind it, but for a different reason. I think it's bad horror filmmaking when all you have are jump scares. I feel like you need some psychological aspect of it in order for horror to work. You can't just have a movie about demons and then like a demon goes ooga booga in one scene and then call it a horror film. You gotta make it work. You gotta build the world. You gotta build the monster. But yeah, jump scares are weird. I don't know. Not a fan of them in particular. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... poetry? I don't know. What could it be? Maybe we don't know this yet. I'm gonna leave this for now. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Is there anything new here? Hey, check this out. I don't want to get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger loose on the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Hey, look, pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them too. Do you know that pigeons are a symbol of... Okay, we've already seen that. I don't see anything new here. Yeah, we've seen that already. Still nothing new. Alright, I feel like we need to... We're missing something. Can we look at the scene? Maybe the flower? No. This be the table the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape around it. We've already seen all that. Oh, can we go to the kitchen? Oh, we can. Once I saw a stream of the game, The Mortuary Assistant, that is filled with jump scares. My partner, Alice, she also streams. She was thinking of streaming that game, The Mortuary Assistant. I had a tough time walking alone through my apartment for a few days. It looks scary. It's eerie. It's kind of similar to the game PT, which I'm sure not a lot of people have played it before because you can't play it anymore. But it was famous for a time. It was like, I think it was part of the Silent Hill franchise, where it's just kind of out of the corner of your eye you see something. That shit messes me up. That stuff's scary. Where it's like the fear is there, but you never know when you'll just catch a glimpse of it at some point. Most of my fears are socio-emotional. The world does what it will. I think I can understand what you're saying by that. It's like out of your control sort of thing, where stuff is happening that you don't want happening, but it's inevitable. PT was a demo that was made related to a new Silent Hill game that was never released. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That game is creepy. That'd be cool if they could port it, but I really doubt they'll ever port it. There's people selling PS3s with like a downloaded copy still on the hard drive. They sell for a lot. Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. Okay, I'm guessing she was probably the waitress. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be honest, I forgot his voice, so bear with me. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know? I love the way it crackles. No, stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. No, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh, none. You don't have to worry, you know? You worry far too much. Maybe this'll help you relax. It is la oil of sandalwood. Why would you... I was gonna question his choice in sandalwood, but then she said this shit. I do love raw meat from time to time. I feel like I shouldn't have said that. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye now. Ugh, I have less shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I comes a nervous wreck. There, oh, oui, that feels good. I feel gross. Oh la la, excuse-moi, monsieur. My eyes. My eyes. Your eyes. If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. The oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? Dude, I have enough sandalwood shit. I have a subscription to... I'm not sponsored by them, but like a beard where you take care of your beard with oils, wax, all that good stuff. I accidentally left my subscription going for way longer than I needed to. Do I have one here? Actually, I guess I'm gonna show it off, but I have like 10 fucking tins of wax. Like sandalwood wax. I'm gonna go through this in maybe like 5 years. I don't put wax in it every day, but every other day. Très bien. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. people do not understand it. They think it is tray. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic... Oh, I'm using the French accent. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays? Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to the finale. Finale? Finale, I think is how it's pronounced in French. I don't know. Finale? No one will take it from me. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la. You saw that? Well, yes. Sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? Is she gonna burn down the store? Is this a threat? Now that I think about it... Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show them that piece of evidence and see what happens. Wait, what evidence? This? I don't think it's this, but... Felicitations, ma quisist? No comprehend. Like, don't just make something up. To be clear, yes, it is exactly what you think. Okay, okay. About burning down the store? Blackmail? Do we have anything that says that, or... Oh, maybe the debt? So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings. Angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. They keep harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Ma bien sûr. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the salad garnish. Ugh, I hope he doesn't mean that I'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right? Ah. Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. Okay, I think I was right. I think we did good. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's why has it come to this? What a tragedy. It's harder with the accent. What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the depth. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, tender lender it is called. Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from some. If you must, no, more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya? Hey, I get a little bit more than that, thank you very much. Yeah, how much does Maya get paid for her work? I'm guessing it's like close to minimum wage. So Tenderlender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay $500,000 now. I'm like his slave. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Why was that one so hard to read? Holy shit. Yeah, gameplay difficulty on the case, 4 out of 10. Voice acting difficulty, 10 out of 10. Yeah, if I was playing by myself, I would just be reading it with a perfect French accent in my brain. I suck at voice acting. So I'm surprised you can bear through it. I don't try to make it over the top, but this game makes it hard not to. Who is this he? The tiger. The tiger? Oui. He is the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, la big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no, no, no. This man is a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have the spiky hair just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderlander, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Okay. Let me... Is this something? What is it? Is this your scooter? No, no, no. I saw it before in Vitamin Square, you see. Mon Dieu, no, no, no. Take it away. Do not show that to me. Oh my god, so tough. Talking about allergic reaction. Oh la la, so you've eaten my lunch, oui? Tell me, monsieur, did you enjoy the lunch I prepared for you? It was a unique and wild mixture of flavors. That was the first time I ever had lobster, you know? Lobster? There was no lobster in my lunch. Huh? But it said lobster right on the menu. Mademoiselle Maya, please, you must read the menu more carefully. It says a dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Oh, it's inspired, is it? Oui, inspired by these ingredients, but not perhaps made from some pas? Well, I guess that's one way that's the way the cookie crumbles, Nick. The way the lunch tasted, it's probably 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. Ugh. Why do you say it like that, Phoenix? Okay. If only I had taken the right lottery ticket. I would not have any debts right now. I would be free. Look on the bright side, Mr. Armstrong. You won $1, right? A lack of remorse for having stolen something? Priceless. It's breathtaking how many optional dialogues they wrote for the people who take the time to present all the evidence to characters. Yeah, sometimes you can get some unique responses with what you show them. Oh, I was not expecting anything from this. Ah, it is true, my vases are broken all the time. I bought a new one the last day after the incident, but they wouldn't let me put it on the table because of the investigation. Okay, anything new? Okay, I thought he was going to say something about that. What about the magazine? But we found it behind your magazine rack. Oh, naughty I am. I haven't cleaned for such a long time. Okay. Let's go to Trendy Lendy? What was it called? Oops. Yeah, the white dove isn't here anymore. Tenderlander. That's it. What did I say? Tenderlendy? Close enough. Went through compromise. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Well, Talk about a creepy voice. Makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, it's her. Okay. Wrong person. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that? I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course, no one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. I think I already see a clue. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? Oh, MC Bomber CD? Oh, my back is sore. There's a CD player on the desk, but the disc is so loud, I wonder you could hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah. Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. Better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it is like to sit at a solid gold desk. This is an illusion? Oh, yeah, the Eye of the Tiger. Oh, the Rocky. I see the connection there. Okay. Who... What was the band name who sang Eye of the Tiger? I feel like I used to know. I had it on my little tiny iPod Nano when I was in high school. I think they were like a one-hit wonder. Yeah, I don't think it was Duran. Yeah, that might be our... Hungry. I think you might be thinking Hungry Like the Wolf. I don't think it's Duran Duran. But I could see why you thought that. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. And let's see, this round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you were wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? A shogi? Oh, it's just called Survivor. Okay. That does sound familiar. Not that I'm an expert or anything, I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, and they're... Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car's registered to the cadaveriness? Huh. So it's not even the Tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Repair bill for $15,000 paid by Tiger to Cadaverini family. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit? Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at some cake. I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure, thanks? Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure, did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you, understand? She's so creepy. I'm scared, Nick. So, what are you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of the suit. That's... it's a cardboard badge. No one even looks at it. That's an attorney's badge. Is the Tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? I gotta see this awesome quote up here. Been through compromise? I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That? That's Tenderlender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Ugh. Okay, this was the clue I saw at first. Oh, no, someone dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did you manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey, there's a book of matches here too. This is about the double meaning of compromise, I guess. I don't think I get it. I think I'm more on Phoenix's level. Still don't get it. Even with you explaining it. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Très bien. Rosario? Congrats on getting here first. Hope you're doing well. Matches used for advertising found lying in Tenderlender. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Oh no, he's here. I think I have time to drink. Garr. Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are yous two snooping around my office for? Nothing, we were just... Garr. My precious carpet. You's got ash on my rug. You're gonna wash your ugly feet you're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was... You just want to argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think you can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two like pancakes and turn yous into my new rug. Did you know that the largest Grand Prix... Oh, that's a fact. That was said... I did know that, actually. I knew that fact. Thank you for sharing, Pisaria. Compromise can mean find an argument of a dispute or bring into disrepute. Okay. Dispute. My brain broke. It's a Monday. Agreement of a dispute or bring into a well, I guess I kind of get it. In a roundabout way. Oh, Don Tiger, you're back. That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. Oh, there's the red ribbon. That's probably what he saw. Okay. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and... Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's not an... What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Roar, Phoenix Wright. Yes? You was either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come and mess up my plan? So was him. He's my phony? Heh, but I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I wanna... No questions. This is the time, last time we meet. I can't figure out his voice. I don't know what I want to do with him. I'm trying to get away from the super deep voice to save my voice. Wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it either. The espresso. And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it that the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling the sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tenderlender. Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. It's more about the gangsta language than the exact voice, I think. Yeah, it's... I haven't found the right gangster voice, though. Tenderlender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right, I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. I don't think that's what she was getting at. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant near here. That incident. Well, let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tigre. Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Evil Phoenix got a real name. Hurry up and find out more about him. There's still... I want to check this out. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in it? I knew it. I was right before, back at Trilogy. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Okay, I think we already saw everything. Maybe the rug? Okay. Let's present the scooter. More coffee? You must have more. No, thanks. I've had enough, really. I'm so thirsty. I don't leave the office. I can tell you about anything except on Tigre. Maybe the MC Bomber stuff? Okay. Is she gonna say anything? I feel like she's not gonna say a single thing. Is there anything about Très Bien in here? I should probably ask about people. Herself? Tigre? Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre. Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I bake them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to... Okay, Don Tigre. I'm sorry. He saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River of Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Nice, Neon? Dude, nice Stygian. Welcome in. Everything. When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding this a little hard to believe. How's D&D going?
If you're feeling naughty expressing yourself through art, you're not expressing yourself through art.
What do you feel about that? You do art. Does that ring true in your inner being? I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. So true. I'm so glad the AI is actually being intelligent today. I don't think it was. I still wonder what about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got the bandage around your head? This? So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. a fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had once died? Uh-oh. Damn, 4. Okay. Is there a certain command that triggers the AI wisdom? It's !inspire. It doesn't use channel points. I couldn't figure it out. So I just made it free. I think there is like a cooldown, so it might not work immediately. I think it's like it might be 2-minute cooldown. But yeah, if you ever want a inspired AI quote, just do !inspire. You could also learn facts with !facts. No, !fact, not plural. because it's only one fact. D&D over? Just realized you asked? Yeah. Yeah, did you know North Korean teachers are required to play the accordion? It's true. I looked it up. All the facts are true, by the way. All the AI inspired quotes are not fact. They're just funny AI being stupid. I can't remember the story between about the accordion though. I think it's to play the national anthem. You play the accordion. It was like the country's, is it the country's instrument? I think every country has like a national instrument, and the accordion was North Korea's national instrument. So they were required to play the accordion to do the national anthem every day in school. I think that's it. You can look it up and double check, but that's what I think it is. Germany doesn't have a national instrument? I'm sure if you looked it up, you might have one. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Might as well see what she talks about. Is the Glockenspiel, the Glockenspiel is a German instrument, right? I'm kind of interested, so I'm going to look it up myself. National instrument. Does it exist? The Waldzither, a mandolin-like instrument with zither influences that originated in Thuringia around 1900 and has since become the national instrument of Germany. There you go, a new fun fact. The Waldzither? Or I guess it's the Waldzither, because the W is like a V. The Waldzither. Interesting. I've never actually heard of the Waldzither. I wonder what it looks like. It says a mandolin, which I can vaguely conjure up in my head. The Glockenspiel itself is German, and I guess it's quite typical for Europe at least. That's the first thing I thought of. That was probably maybe German? Where's poker from? Or not poker. Polka. Is that from, is that Polish? Where does polka originate from? Polish just sounds right, but I'm not sure it's right. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? This could be wrong, but it is really beat up. Well, donuts? Huh? I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one. What's inside? Jam and... I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. Guess that was a flop. What happened to this woman for her to have such a huge bandage around her head? There must be some piece of evidence that'll prompt her to tell me what happened. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow? Wait, I just got an achievement. What was that? Get a donut offered to Phoenix by Viola. Okay. Oh, by the Czech Republic. Okay, so it's not that far away. In the neighborhood of Poland. Yeah. Then I'm guessing it might be the repair bill? Yeah, okay. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinus. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinus have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then, your relationship with the Cadaverinus is very strong. And this is why. I don't know this. I don't think we have any evidence for this. Maybe the poison? Nah. Is it the poison? Nah. I don't think you have enough evidence yet. I'm just jumping to conclusions. I need to learn more. Then what's the US national instrument? I feel like there's probably state instruments, but not a country. US national instrument. Oh, it's the banjo. Fucking course it is. Maybe, is there anyone else to talk about? Okay, well, you know what? Let's talk. You got anything? No. There he is. Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this, and get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride back in the courtroom this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Pigeon. Look, we really need to talk to you, all right? Out with the demons. In with the good fortune. Ow, ow, see, shell splinters. Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I can't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javicino. We hear you. And another thing. The young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not like that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his earhole objection. Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside that it's ready to bust out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? I mean, any information's good information, so we'll suck it up. Guess I better let him talk? So there's not much... Oh, wait. There's not much call for craftsmen these days, then? Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman? Well, buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Is this a Psyche lock? No. Okay, good. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at the restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Très Bien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned. What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over on the table. The serving girl collapsed, and I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. If you choose the other option, you simply have to talk to him again until you reach the decision again. Oh. Okay. Was it like optional dialogue? Was there anything good there? Also, wheeling and dealing. I am so sorry. How did I miss you? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It's like a banjo mixed with a ukulele. You're talking about the glockenspiel? Nothing remarkable? Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, I was too focused on the game. I apologize. Hope you're doing well. Then the owner shouted over to me. Oh my god. I thought... I didn't see the ape. I thought he was naked here. I'll be real with you. The tusk of a narwhal is actually an inside-out tooth. Huh. I wonder how that works. Wouldn't that make it less brittle? Or no, more brittle? If it was inside out? Maybe not. Has a strong core. It is very creepy. I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. By the way, did you still want to stream tonight, Stygian? I'll get off if you want to stream. I wasn't planning on streaming very late. What time is it? 9:38? It's up to you. If you want to go live at 10, I don't... it's kind of late, but I'll let you kick me off if you want me to. Because I know you want to play more Octopath. So did you end up calling the police? You have to play the uncut 18+ version to see that, I think. I'm avoiding that at all costs then. Unless... Miles Edgeworth, though. Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Gosh, do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know? Wandering around for 5 minutes or so. But 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened? Yes, sirree. The owner was at the Très Bien on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you just given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. It is true, we kind of kicked him out. It's not my fault you're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to the court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? Probably. What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Did they ever talk about this? No, okay. Oh, you know what? I should probably talk about the people. Okay, he doesn't know him. Doesn't know the girl. Doesn't know the chef. How about himself? You let me get 1,000,000 of my grumbles off my chest and I'll take one quick look. I've got an earthquake of frustration inside me. It's ready to rumble. Okay, maybe he just doesn't want to talk. Okay, maybe Maggie's available now? Nope. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. Yeah, you think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call in the officers for the briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet. Got my email, pen pal. Leet Asian Princess? Save it for later. I'm turning it off for now. No! Leet Asian Princess. Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something going on, something big. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer has been cut. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Alternatively, you could write up some reports, just a suggestion. How are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night? Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume and become a chief. The point at which the case really starts to unfold? Uh-oh. Something's going on. Okay, he doesn't want anything. You're gonna be absent for a very short time? Okay, sounds good. I'll see you then. You're chilling? You could stay live? Okay, sounds good. I'll try not to stay up too late tonight. We're gonna be live tomorrow anyways with the Nonary games. We're gonna start the new game. Yeah, it smells like her too. Does this mean Maggie smells like ketchup? One-way ticket to happiness, huh? Glenn L. died because of this ticket. Yeah, but it's still a one-way ticket to happiness, pal. And Maggie was found guilty of murder because of it too. Looks like anything about Maggie's an instant conversation stopper. Yeah, he's got a real soft spot for her, and it obviously hurts when you hit it. Just trying to find anything. Hey, are you putting this up for sale, pal? No. Why would you want a busted up scooter like this anyway? Yeah, plus the seat's all covered in pigeon poop. Who cares? If it runs, that's all that matters to me. My phony was riding this bike. Maybe if I head back to the park, it'll be there again. Wait, is that important? Welcome back. I was so afraid without you. I haven't got anything to say about that, pal. Just take it away already, please. Spending $20 on this has got to be killing him inside. Okay, let's talk about her. Okay. Okay, let's ask about Maggie then. Maggie's probably crying all alone right now, huh? Yeah, thanks to you. Ugh, I'm sorry. Maya, don't torch poor Gumshoe's feelings like they're cups of cheap creme brulee. You're really crazy about Maggie, aren't you? No, I'm not. It's not that I... You don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Maggie, right? I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right. Hey, Wheeling. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Maybe talk about the victim? This guy's a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This should be fun, Nick. Let's go. That's a good joke. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. Well, we'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. Doing good. Can't wait to... Oh, 2 weeks away? I forgot it's that soon. Tears of the Kingdom is on my list of games people can choose for me to play. But it's probably going to take me a bit until I get to play it. I did pre-order the game, though. I might cheat and just play a little bit. And then when we play it on stream, I'll just restart it. God, that's so close. It's approaching fast. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be good. I'm expecting good things. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Oh my god, this is a weird looking place. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you? Oh my god. I like her design. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to the to authorized personnel only. Authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Oh, good reference. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Elg's? That's a DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. That's an HMD. All my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then, do you write programs too? No, I don't. I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage, media. Of course CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact. Oh god, okay, I'm not gonna read it. It's going way too fast. I'm not even gonna try. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. I tell this because it's not relevant for the case. Both Glenn Elg and Lisa Basil are palindromes? Oh, you're right. It is the same forwards and backwards. Interesting. I did not catch that. Thank you for pointing that out. That's a really neat detail. You know about what happened, right, Mrs. Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know it's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with blue screen Zing. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you're welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. I'm surprised she's letting me look through a worker's desk who just died. And they're working on top classified information. I'm gonna ask about the CD, because that seems relevant. Do you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What is this madness? No, Maya, that is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. A code word, huh? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. I also worked as a software developer in the past, and I love how they talked complete computer nonsense in this scene. See, I'm not into computer software development. I was a computer engineer. I graduated. So I get... I mean, this is all nonsense, but I get what they're trying to go for. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glenn Elg. What do you say? Talk about yourself? Nope. Okay, I'll do what you say, game. About Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. So not to have background in computer science? Yeah, I think it's just a common thing. I know a lot of computer scientists that are streamers as well. Or not yeah, I guess computer scientists is a correct term. Or at least have a lot of knowledge in coding in general. Not necessarily go to school for it, but they do a lot of coding themselves. But I was more interested in the hardware. I guess my full degree was computer engineering and electrical. Yeah, electrical engineering as well. It's kind of both in the same. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really in no trouble at all. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We gotta find out exactly what this trouble was about Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry, why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Yep, Psyche Lock. Okay. 2? 3. There's a lot of Psyche Locks in this investigation chapter. I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Okay, I gotta examine. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he? Wow. I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice. And what about your spirit medium trading? Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. There's 8 locks in total. Oh no. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy up my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red at pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah, it says meet with the tiger. The tiger? Oh, these lottery tickets, or, bidding tickets? Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh, wow. His drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. Horse racing betting tickets found in Glenn Elg's desk. There's over 500 of them. This many tickets would... what? Would get you, what? A buck down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Oops. Is that a sleeping bag? Do they just sleep here? Hey, look, Nick. It's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use the computer in our office. You work there too, Maya.
Just because you're buried doesn't mean you're sleepy.
Also, ignore the little dashes. It's a problem with the coding. I haven't figured it out yet. And I probably won't, because I don't know why it's doing that. It does it before any apostrophe for some reason. What if I am sleepy? Well, don't bury yourself. Just tuck yourself into some blankets. Please don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Hey, what's this? Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling. Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever. Whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we try to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. Okay. Would you mind taking a look? Oh, wait, no. I'm guessing she doesn't want to talk about anything in here. Swarm of 20,000 bees followed a car for 2 days because their queen was stuck inside. Even fits a game about murder cases, does it? Does that fit this game? Are you talking about the warped walls? Okay, yeah, I'm guessing we can't get anything out of her. Other than talking about Glenn. Oh, it was about buried people. Yeah, that's fair. You were talking about the inspired quote. Okay, don't talk to her anymore. We'll try. You could probably piece together something. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Didn't Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with this? What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Uh-oh. Do I not have anything? Oh, lottery tickets. The lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elk won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. That is a clear hint to Tigre? Furio Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. The calendar. Okay, this one's going pretty simple. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. Oh. Can you exchange the order in which to present the calendar? Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. I wonder if there's other cases like that, where there's two right options. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch! But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery, but what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Oh, the MC Bomber. It's not music, it's I'm guessing it's a program or virus, maybe? Oh, was it not this? This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's no way I can access the information. I know Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. So close to the program in question, was it by any... How is it not that? Maybe I don't have it? This point in the game is quite frustrating. The CD is not accepted until it gets updated in the later parts of the... Okay. So we can't do this right now. I'm assuming the program is on the disc. So we need to look at what's on it, maybe? Oh, ooh. I wonder if the... I'm assuming the MC Bomber, it sounds like a virus name. I'm guessing there's a virus on the disk, and perhaps the servers crashing at the police department had something to do with this MC Bomber hack. I can see your thoughts in your face. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking currently. I feel like it's a good guess. You don't have to say if it's right or wrong. I don't need to know. What would he be listening to? I still can't talk to her. Nothing new here. Maybe... the kitchen? Okay. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened. Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Ugh, missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Now this is one large mirror. Oh wait. There's a book on the dresser, Clarence Armstrong's bedtime literature. Looks like a collection of poems. Okay, we've already seen this. I was hoping it would have a bit more information. Oh, that's right. Gumshoe never did get back to us about what was in the bottle we found. You didn't have any locks, right? I'm trying to figure out how to look. Oh, wait. No, maybe present it to her? Wait, no, you have the bandage. Maybe we could solve her locks. The good thing about having all these locks is that I could, oh, that's right, the cadaverous. We haven't learned a single thing about that, so I don't think we can break that lock yet. I have no clue where to go. What do we have right now? I feel like we need to break that one computer lady. But we need to figure out something to do with the disc. Okay, well, I feel like breaking his lock should be the easiest. I want to see what it says again. Was there a hint at what he was listening to? What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that I got a big thing on it. I don't know. I feel like it's just the horse racing, maybe. That's the only thing I could think of. Can I save? Okay. I'll probably end stream at around 11 today. Damn, that's not it. Come on, come on, come on. Now, just call an 8 oh, the lottery. Oh, duh. Sorry, so about like another hour? Okay, I think I know. I forgot that he actually set a number there. Let me load. I know he would have healed. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, his is the easiest one to figure out. I'm guessing he's the key to move on. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glenn Elg did. It's like you could see right through me. Huh, I've cracked him already? See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. Immediately after it appeared, yeah. I wasn't too sure. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with this, with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elg, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elg was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. Oh yeah. What time is it now? Oh, it's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Okay, so there's something about the timing of this. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit. What about Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye. Okay, what did we get out of that? Oh, probably go to the precinct, maybe? You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? Is it just... is it just hot dogs and rice? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe? How many weenies are in there? There's not a person on Earth who could eat down this much meat. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. This is so weird. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, okay? Can't exactly say no, can I? Dude, just put hot dogs and rice in a box. What a romantic. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. Alright, no problem, Gumshoe. He's finally gone. Oh, Mr. Wright! Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the only one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today? Oh yeah, she's at the very intro trial for Justice for All, which is the second game. You're right. Yeah, so she was taken off the force, and then she was put on... Or then she became a waitress at this one restaurant. That it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup. So, you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh, yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch. My head, this is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenn L. collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to the restaurant, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. One second. I want to check something. Yeah, there's like a big coffee stain on her shirt. I wonder if she spilled the coffee and then... I mean, there's poison in the coffee. Maybe. Will that be enough to knock you out? I mean, they said it took like 0.2 tablespoons or something. Or grams. To kill you. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Très Bien? No, no idea at all. Why is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old Seedy wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No, you don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know, the things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old Seedy. Alright. We'll do the weenies and rice last. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger. I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was the old man. Or it was an old man. Okay, then how about we call him a really old middle-aged man? I don't think that's the issue. No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? And there's a lot to talk about with her. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about ex-cons or the clientele of Trey Bien, sir. Oh, don't let it get you down, Maggie. Oh, I guess that didn't do anything. Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. Oh, that's a suntan? I thought he just dyed his skin red. For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Okay. It's not her. Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after I was fired from the force. I can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this. Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there. But Mr. Armstrong wouldn't. He wouldn't set me up, would he? Ah, that's the victim, isn't it? That day was the first time you'd ever seen this man, right? Yes, I'd never met him or seen him before then. I just happened to be the waitress who served him his coffee, sir, that's all. It seems he was a computer programmer. Really? I'm useless with computers, completely hopeless. I don't know any computer programs. Does she mean programmers? Maybe ask about this? I know I used to be on the... Okay, nothing there. Ah, is that your attorney's badge? Actually, it's a fake. Holy smokes, that's it. Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright. You got duped by this? But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper? He said the badge got a tan as well while he was in Hawaii on business. I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. Car repair bill for the... Oh, wait. Oh, we could solve the girl's issue. Okay. Or the locks. I didn't realize this had the Cadaverini family in the notes there. Potassium cyanide? I've never heard of that poison before in my life, sir. Okay, maybe I have, but I've never seen it before, and that's the truth. I wouldn't even know where the nearest potassium cyanide dealer is in the first place. Potassium cyanide dealers? Sounds like another group of drug pushers to avoid. In any case, this definitely isn't something you could pick up just anywhere. Oh, curse my rotten luck. The criminal must have stuck the bottle in my apron while I was unconscious. Oh, yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them. The ketchup splotch, you mean? My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how. The ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face. Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. I was kind of hoping she would talk about the coffee stain there. That's the cup I took over to the table, sir. But I didn't put anything in it. I could never do something like that. That's right, you can never do anything like that. I'm not good at carrying those large trays, you know. Trying to balance a tray with one hand to put something in the coffee with the other? That'd just be asking for trouble. I'd drop something for sure. Oh, that's gonna come up in the trial. The fact that she's a klutz and wouldn't be able to do that one-handed. Is she expecting me to claim that she's too clumsy to have committed the crime? I think it's gonna come up. I 100% guarantee that I will. Okay, I guess it's timed for this, maybe? Oh, yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? It was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow when the ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Oh, I guess we did eat it. Okay. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. It kind of seems fucked up to eat it in front of her. Okay, I think we're done here. Okay, let's go back to... Well, let's see what's here. I had my second playthrough of this game last year, and I was stuck for a while because I completely forgot to give the lunchbox to Maggie. Well, the thing is, it starts out that conversation with, like, giving you a lot of hints to do other things first, and I could totally see how it would go over your head. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet, too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing on the switch. No, just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. Oh, my throat's starting to hurt. You can't be here right now. You'll get roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We got big problems here today. Why is he smiling about it? Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. I knew it. Okay. A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. Oh, he's speaking from experience. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. I keep pronouncing the B for some reason. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset the lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? You better find out what the story is with this lady. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? Dude, my kind of guy. And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure, I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. I'm surprised he knows, because he sucks with computers, or any technology. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that the viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network, depending on the virus. So, I mean, it depends. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? Bones since 1997? Welcome in. Very cool to see this game being played. Enjoying? I am enjoying it immensely. We're getting through the whole trilogy. We're on the last game right now. But it's good of you to join us. We do all sorts of variety games here. And I play any game that people redeem with channel points, so... it's always a good time. I'm always discovering new games that I've never played before. This is one of them. I've actually played the first game in this trilogy, like almost halfway when I was in like college. But right now I'm going through the whole thing and I've been loving this series. I've been adoring it. Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Sure, why not? We'll go with that analogy. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When? And why did this conversation jump to talking about me? This game was written in the early 2000s, so that whole virus thing was much more new and scary than today. But that was the big... Well, actually, no. That had nothing to do with the big O scare. Yeah, but now cybersecurity has advanced so much now. There's so many antivirus software, too. I've never really had to care about viruses. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it too, before too. Probably. Well, let me show him this. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Okay. I thought I got it wrong. The name's scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus, MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? Give me the deets, Dick Gumshoe. We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshot from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with the criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, and because of this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Alright, so now we should be able to go back to the security office, or lady, or is it a software company? Do I have anything else to show? That lady is the boss of Blue Screen's Ink Pal. Yeah, I figured she's clean, she got nothing to hide. She seemed kind of like a doll to me. In a good way, and a bad way. Kind of makes you think she might be hiding something. Interesting tidbit. Okay, let's go back. I think we should go here first. All right. We've already been through this, so I'm going to skip it real quick. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Although I should save. It's been a while. That was a happy accident. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble? Yep. The little horse racing. And I think it's the lottery ticket. It would be him. And then the calendar, I believe. Alright, now we should be able to do this lock. Now that we have the extra information about the virus. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. Okay. I think the only Psyche locks left are on Violet. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Très Bien. Where did you come up with these ideas? I mean, don't shrug her off like that. You know, maybe she's right. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way. Of course, but still genius. Something like that probably fetched several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Use the trash can, Nick. That's fucked up, Nick. I guess he just returned it to where you found them, I guess. Let's move... Actually, I want to ask you more about... Maybe. Okay, nothing left. So now I think we do have enough information to question... I think her name was Violet? Or Violetta? Okay, you might be a little tough. Oops, I meant to go here. Repair bill. I think I tried to, but he didn't say anything. I could try going back. Maybe I didn't. Let me go back. I'll check it out. I thought I did, but now I'm second guessing myself. Maybe I didn't. That's the girl who works over at Tenderlender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? How do you fucking pronounce that last name? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaveris. That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No. I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaravinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in? They pretty much control all the cash in the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlender, I take it? Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And, I mean, no one. Interesting. So, Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves this little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at the Tenderlender? Don't know, pal. But I heard that she and the boss of Tenderlender are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is? You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Lunchbox? You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh, I don't have to repeat that. So how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Don't say it like that. It was delicious? Huh? That's what she said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor, huh, pal? And deliver this. Oh, God. He was extra prepared. This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenie comes from Vienna? Oh, I guess it's like... Vina? Yeah, it kind of sounds like Vina. Wiener? I don't know. But I know what a Vienna sausage is. And I know they... Well, do they use Vienna sausages? I don't know. Perfectly pronounced? Thank you. Oh, I guess the V sounds like a W, doesn't it? Vina? Vina? I think that's right. I took a little bit of German. Like, the tiniest bit of, like, 2 months of Duolingo. Amount of German. So it was like the bare bones amount. Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Really can't eat anymore. I kind of want to get back into Duolingo. I was learning German and I was learning Japanese. Yeah, W is always with like a V, like I'm trying to think. Vienna? Yeah. Wait, what's the W pronounced? Or the V? Wait, is it? Is the V kind of silent? Or more, it was more airy, I think. Okay. Now we go back. Oh, we gotta go here first. Okay. Okay, now we have all the evidence. So now we can present this. Maybe we'll finish this trial today, I don't know. I might go longer than I said, just so I get a little progress in the trial. I almost presented the gumshoe lunchbox. Here it is. I know exactly who you are. Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Everyone should get a gumshoe lunchbox. Dude, I wish I had one. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So, what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away. If they'd stayed, I'd have... is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... There is even a vegan version, just rice. I mean, they make vegan sausages as well. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Wasn't it just the repair bill? Or actually, it could just be his bike. Yeah, it's probably this. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Catervini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Catervinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Someone? Oh. The head. Yeah, that makes sense. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Catarini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Catervini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Ooh, that is an expensive procedure. Why was it so much? Did this girl not have life insurance? Holy shit. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious, a simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. Oh, I guess it probably was $1 million because of, well, because he was asking for that much. The head of the family. For hurting his little girl. Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay. $1 million in compensation. Yeah, the compensation fee. Every hospital's got that. It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust that what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Catervini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh shit, waterworks. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these, medical papers? I'm Bruto Catervini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. Dude, the line from Godfather? This animation can be read as laughing or crying. Or you're talking about the animation could be used for like humorous scenes and also sad scenes. But yeah, I really like this one so far. I probably like this chapter the most so far out of the previous two. I mean, the first one almost doesn't really count. It was really short. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. I mean, you probably shouldn't have thrown it away in the trash. That's the... Okay. Maybe you learned a lesson from throwing the lottery tickets on the floor, but probably should have just put it on the desk and not thrown it out. It wasn't yours to throw, Nick. Hey, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few favors. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to use fellas. Ah, it's Evil Phoenix. Who you calling yeah. Huh. Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now. Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Catervini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Catervini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what's sad. I'll tell you what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks that she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get 1 million, or get the 1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here, you got that? 2. Oui. Mr. Armstrong. Forgive me, Tesoro. I can't argue with him. Alright. I mean, I don't think we really needed that. And now Viola turned from the most scary character of the game to the most tragic, to a tragic victim. I feel like this... There's been another case where that happened, too. I think it was, maybe the circus case with the brothers. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. What? Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Oh, the Steel Samurai case has a similar vibe with D. Vasquez. Yeah. That was so long ago. Man, this series is so long. Detective Gumshoe? Detective? Who should think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Whoa. Whoa, come on now. Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Yeah, alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. Dude, Gumshoe coming in clutch? I honestly thought we were gonna lose that evidence. I'm surprised we even got it back. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow, in court. Tenderlander is going down. Okay, we'll play for like another half hour. Yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to finish this trial today, but we're going to make some good progress. I've been really trying to push through the queue. Not because I don't like any of the games, but just because the queue is getting really long. There's 6 games in the queue right now. If you want to see what's coming up, by the way, here's the game list. Or if you want to redeem any games to put in the queue, go right ahead. Good morning, Mr. Wright. No, yeah, half hour won't be. I know that. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery. But if we don't... I mean, we're not going to finish it today. But tomorrow I will be doing... starting up the new Nonary game, which I think is like Virtue's Last Wish, which is like a point and click escape room, kind of like a choices matter kind of game. There's like a timeline that you jump between. A very interesting concept. The first game was really good. I'm really looking forward to the next one. Virtue's Last Reward, that's it, yes. We're doing that tomorrow, and then we'll probably do Phoenix Wright on Thursday. Unless I'm really, really liking Virtue's Last Reward. But I do want to get through this trial sometime this week. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Oh, I just realized what the weenies and rice are going to be used for. At the end of each trial, there's usually like a little hidden... Here, like you have to present evidence and you could miss it. I'm guessing it's that piece of evidence. Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is the small bottle that turned up in Trebian's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy. Yeah, been through this already. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it poison? I'm afraid not, pal. Oh, it's medication. Oh, that's right. It got switched out with what was in the bag. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? I think that's so easy to piece together. I am, like, really confident going into this trial. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's gonna weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, okay? Today's trial, I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready. Good old Godot. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good, then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Cahuto. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to a radio with an earpiece in the left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? What do you gotta say, Godot? Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in here, he was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let me let the first witness take the stand. Oh no. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I'm Jean Armstrong, the owner of and head chef of La Très Bien restaurant in Chante. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, nah? On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? Was you, monsieur? Everything feels right. Ha! Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened the day at Très Bien. Oh, oui. Volunteers. Volunteers? How do you say? I don't know how to pronounce most of the stuff he says. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses, he would have seen everything in reverse, no? A mirror? Un grand mirror. The most enormous mirror. There was a mirror in the kitchen. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I love how, like, I went into this fully confident, and then they throw that shit at me, and I'm like, wait, how am I gonna disprove that? I didn't even think that was gonna happen. As there were just 2 customers in the restaurant. And who were the 2 customers exactly? Of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says he saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? True. I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. 2 customers. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, what about the... Well... Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the witness? Experimenting with new art deco? You were experimenting with art deco? How come I never heard of that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I didn't, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decoction? No, art deco. It is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course. That deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of le decor. Having a large mirror. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high. Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard. Holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Is there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. No, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror? Sure. Doesn't hurt. If we really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimony. But... Objection! You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Très Bien the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered in Très Bien, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. They even look into the respect that meter is only a common length unit in most parts of Europe. Yeah, that's true, because he's French. He would use a meter. Huh. If you want to doubt someone, try to look in a mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. Dang, he's already laying down the shade. So, the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. He's looking at the old man was looking at. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and the real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Trite. Not the hair. I do not have a top-knot. Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Bien, logic is one today. Earpiece and the glasses would have seen everything in reverse. Does that make sense? Everything. He would have seen everything in reverse. V, hey, Nick, we should take a sec and think about what old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you could lock me up if I'm wrong. And then he used the same hand to pick up the coffee. Used the same hand to pick up the cup. Wait, his left hand. If he saw everything described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection? If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something that in that old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper. Okay, so... I feel like there's something wrong here. I didn't mean to do that. The cup, so if I'm looking into a mirror, so he had it on his left side, right? So it would be here. Oh, I could just look at my camera because that's reflected, I think. So it looks like that's on my... No, that is on my left side. Right? Is that reflected? Wait, I have a solution to this. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, this might help. Flip. Okay, so now I'm flipped. So my earpiece is on my left side. So it would look on the right side. Yeah, that makes sense. And then he grabbed his cup of coffee with his left hand. So that would be on his right side. Right? Is that what he said? I'm trying to figure this out. It's so confusing. He was fiddling with this. Everything was done with his left hand. So if... Let me check. Oh, I should probably switch the face cam. Oh wait, no, the face cam is not switched here. Okay. I don't think it... Oops, I didn't mean to skip that. I feel like the cup wouldn't have been flipped because there's proof that it was on... Let me save. I don't know if I'm getting this correct, but I feel like no matter what, the cup proves that it was right. I'm just gonna try the cup. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Oh, so the cup guarantees that it was picked up with his right hand. So if it was flipped... Oh, I guess it would be on the left side, huh? If he was fiddling with the thing on his left... Is the testimony on here? I don't think this is right, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, no. Because, no, the cup makes sense. The more I think about it. The earpiece and the glasses. I mean, the earpiece is the glasses, right? Between the tables, for example? Is it... I mean, this might not work, but how the fuck would it be positioned in here? I wish he told me where the fucking mirror was. Let me see what Maya says. Just take a look at sec. I want the testimony. Boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was in his left ear without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup with his left hand. Would it be... Do I have anything? Would it just be... Oh, I think it's in here, actually. Left, wore an HMD over his left eye, left eardrum. Oh, so if it was in his left... It would appear in the mirror right. Okay, so that makes sense. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you could lock me up if I'm wrong. So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. The difficult part was to remember that you can also present the profiles. Yeah, I've done that before, especially in the previous game where it was kind of a new concept. Exactament. You see, Monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so odd, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror. Why? Oh, if he did. Why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of the head? I do like that they added the profiles, because it is a nice complexity that it adds. I'm gonna scoosh over a bit more because I I feel like I'm too far left. You have to leave suddenly? Goodbye? Oh, hopefully it's nothing serious. Stay safe out there, man. Take it easy. Thanks for being here. Order, order. Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected on the mirror, then we would expect the victim's earpiece, or eyepiece, to have been over his right eye. How bitter. Try it. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Yeah, have a good night, Green Raven. Yeah, are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks. You remember this, I presume? The I broke the vase sorry apology? Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I mean, that does make sense. I saw the earpiece with those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear. Huh. Well, try it. Ugh. That's the worst, but best impression of Kudo ever. Wow, I really thought he was old Seedy for a minute there. Kudo's good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found was just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court we're all ears. V, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant. Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which you can have seen an image of la victim. That was the seat at the table next to la victim's. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Okay, is it something to do with the... It's gotta have to do with the vase he tipped over. I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. Let me check real quick. Yeah, you can see the vase clearly there. It is not tipped over. I see no problems with the explanation we have heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What a naughty little, coquette. I am confusing all the men like this. Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. Ugh, I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror? Are you quite sure about that? Volunteers, of course. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. Okay. La mirror was in the middle of the restaurant. That's a stupid place for it. So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? V. V, really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way. Look who's talking, trite. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But this is my seat in the courtroom. Trebian's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that sort of spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, trite. I tell you, Monsieur, la mirror is there in the middle of the restaurant. One seat from which you could have seen the image. And where would that be? Oh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer. Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. I attract the older ones too, you know. Handsome. Shall I tease you too? Ugh. Godot's loving it. I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Dude, I love Godot. I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Bien, I will tell you, there was only one seat from which you could have seen. That was la seat at the table next to the victims. So, why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Ma, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in la mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you could have seen it. You would have seen everything, no? So that's the seat old Seedy was sitting at on the day when the poisoning happened. The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Why does that seem kind of odd? After the terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so it was not in the way. Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactement. I carried it out of the restaurant then. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself. What can I say? I know how to pick things up, handsome. Godot actually laughed at something. Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? I look like the obliging type, no? I did not touch anything else. That's a falsity. Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except la mirror. Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly. Huh. Suffering from the case of heartburn, right? Oh, I have just a thing for that. An oil with the golden myrrh and frankincense. Add a few drops to your coffee and voila, enjoy. Focus, Phoenix, breathe. I need to ignore these two and find some evidence. It is pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Seedy. Then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Très Bien that day. I've just got to prove it somehow. Okay. Is the vase here? No. I think the only way to prove that the vase was there was this one, right? Should I save before this? I'll save. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime photo. Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist. Sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite. Damn. That is probably the coldest burn we've ever heard in this game series. Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist? The vase. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The vase? What possible connection does that have to do with the witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table, because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Oh, the poem. Yeah. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all. Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Très Bien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu. Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear? Ugh. You only get one shot in life, there's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then I'll be able to I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end stream here. I'll make this decision, and then after that, we'll probably end it. There's more than just one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us. There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. Oh, okay. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Your doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony? Yes. This case is riddled with contradictions, yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony, pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. I love his spit takes. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning, all for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... The serving girl brought him a Javicino, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl, right? There in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but... There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's all true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Oh la la, this is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there in fact a phony at Très Bien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense requests for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. Oh, V. Alright. This is where we're going to end the stream, I think. Let's save real quick. I'll see if there's anyone to raid. I know Chrono's live.